Welcome back. Obviously, it is the Compas Christmas special. We have some cool things ahead. Thank you, Dan, for that promo. Good stuff as always. But very exciting time here at Compas on the Beat. It is Christmas time. It's Christmas time. So obviously, some fun stuff ahead. So I gotta ask you guys. And I'm gonna start off with Vic, the producer. What is your favorite Christmas holiday movie, Vic?
For me, it's Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, Billy Ray
Ooh, I've seen that
Valentine,
one.
and Louis Winthrop. It is about these two guys who end up switching places, and the Dukes make a bet, a $1 bet, to see if either one can get out of and become something better for themselves. And of course, it for me, it's a great movie. You also get Jamie Lee Curtis, young Jamie Lee Curtis. But yeah, and you see the process. The end of it ends on New Year's with the whole orange juice thing. So yeah, for me, it's Trading Places. It's one of the best ones I like to watch this time of year.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to put that on my list. Then I have not watched that
You never
movie.
seen
Pretty
it?
good film.
Call him
No.
out. Call him out. I've seen it.
Pretty good. Pretty good film.
Oh, you
Yeah.
watched it too?
We've
Yeah, I
all
think
seen
I've
it.
seen it with mom before. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that. Wow.
Wow,
Okay.
Yeah, they
where,
told
where's
me.
Fernando for that family gathering?
Probably working.
Look, don't let him sow. Don't let him sow distrust between us, Frown. Don't let it happen.
Probably working. Dan, what's your favorite? I mean, I already know, but what's your favorite Christmas
Well, yeah,
movie?
because you heard it last week. My favorite movie is The Grinch. I love watching it. Jim Carrey equals weirdo, but also a great Grinch character. I love watching it this time of year. It's so quotable to me. Like, I'll randomly get an invite somewhere, and I'll I'll literally look at my sister. And I'm like, but what will I wear? Just like in The Grinch and stuff like that. I just love it. There's no other way around it. I don't know how to describe it. I think it's hilarious from start to finish, and I think it's a good character arc, obviously, also because of how it starts and how it finishes.
It's definitely a good movie. You know, it's funny. You guys are talking. You're talking about the Grinch and how quotable it is. Obviously, good friend. Well, your guys' good friend. No, I'm just kidding. I love the guy too. Joe Morley just did one
Yeah,
with all the franchises. He's like
yeah, yeah,
hate,
exactly.
and he's like, it's like it's
Low.
like the Chargers, the Patriots. He's like hate, and then it's like the 49ers and the Cowboys. He's like
Yeah,
loathe
yeah.
entirely.
He
So it's honestly a
commented.
great TikTok.
He
Joe
comment.
and NFL
Yeah.
Mike obviously have great
Shout
stuff
out to
over there.
them. Love
Shout
those
out to
guys.
them.
They
Gilbert,
he commented on my TikTok the other day and he put the Chargers Super Bowl was beating Miami. And I was like, oh yeah, just like the no offense, Vic. I was like, just like the Raiders Super Bowl was beating the Chargers, dude. You guys aren't gonna do anything.
I was hilarious. Y'all are funny.
No offense.
All right, Gilbert, what's yours?
Thank you for asking, Fernando. But I'm back now from cold Green Bay. I'm here. I made it. I wonder
Green Bay. I thought you were in.
maybe take a detour. But I'm wondering what terrible NFL takes you guys have while I was gone. Hopefully, you guys didn't mess things up like Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. But while I was listening to Dan and Daygo picking the Grinch, such a basic movie. Like at least with Victor Trading Places,
Really?
out
Really?
of
Why
left
don't you pick
field.
your movie? Say your movie.
And you know what? I decided to change my mind. That's where I was going to. We've been speaking about Jingle All the Way throughout the whole month. I'm not going with that anymore. I'm gonna switch. Because you're so basic. By the way, I have a bone to pick with the Grinch, but that's for later.
Don't you dare.
You're like the Grinch.
No, I am. There we go. All right, I was gonna change my mind. Bad Santa. Bad Santa is a really good movie because it's
Billy
about a
Bob.
struggling Santa Claus worker at the mall who just wants to just not be bothered, make a living, and move on, and then put a smile on kids' faces. And then the ones who are kind of bratty, just kind of put them in their place. It's okay. It's a good movie. It's a Santa Claus, a struggling one that I just mentioned, and a child who is a little, hefty and getting bullied. And Billy Bob Thornton comes out and helps him. So when he's beating up kids, high school kids, Billy Bob, what a great scene that is. Bernie Mac, RIP's in it. Some other people that are in the movie also died too. You probably know this better, Victor. Another comedian, I forgot his name already. He works at
Yeah.
the mall as well. But a lot of great characters in this movie. Bad Santa, and I want to say the second one's pretty
Is it-
similar, but I watched.
No,
Is
I
it
went to
big?
two
Is
movies.
is it Big
I went to
Worm
2 movies.
from Friday? Isn't it?
I
No,
know he's
it-
still alive, isn't he?
No, it's a guy from
No, Big Worm is an elf.
Oh, he's an
Yeah,
elf.
he's
Yeah,
alive.
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the guy from 8 Simple Rules, I think, the sitcom. But,
Oh, John
yeah.
Ritter.
yeah,
John
he,
Ritter.
he works at the
John
mall
Ritter
too.
Yeah, John Ritter did pass away a long, I think in 2003 or something. He had a heart
Yeah.
attack on set.
He's the one that tells Bad Santa not to bring friends to the mall. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with Home Alone. Obviously, that's my favorite movie. That's the movie I have to watch. I don't care if I'm basic. I love that movie. That's
Huge.
It's such a great movie. I love the way that movie was made. And then the incredible part of it is Catherine O'Hara. She goes from being Kevin's mom to then being Moira Rose in Schitt's Creek, and she is just the funniest person. I don't know if you guys saw last year. She made a TikTok. I think I showed it on here, Gilbert, where she's like standing there at the same time with herself from Home Alone, and she yells Kevin, and then she like falls back. Great TikTok. She's honestly awesome. The whole movie's hilarious. Like you guys said on last week's Compas, the fact that Uncle Frank compares with leaving his reading glasses, leaving Kevin is just hilarious. So
And he goes up to
obviously,
Jigsaw.
and then
forget.
obviously Kevin McAllister's brother, his real brother in real life is Fuller. So it's funny to see. He's like, hey, if you don't perk up, you're gonna sleep with Fuller. And then he's like, yeah, with me, and he's drinking the Pepsi. So just good movie all around. And before we move on, I wanted to show you guys this because Vic, you said Just Friends was one of your favorite Christmas movies. And look at what I saw on Barstool Sports' top Christmas movies for each state. In California, it is Just Friends.
Oh wow!
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
That's random.
That is
Wow.
a lot of these are random. Like Texas has Jingle All the Way too. That one's terrible.
It's
I
right.
hate that movie.
I mean it's Texas. What do you expect?
Dude,
There's
Florida
a
has
two, Fernando.
Florida has Krampus.
Never
Yeah.
saw that one.
Krampus is the second one. You know what? I'll be honest. Jingle All the Way 2 wasn't terrible. It wasn't a complete
I've never
abomination.
seen it.
I never
wasn't-
heard of it. What the hell's
No.
Jingle All the Way
Yeah.
2?
It's with Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It
Yeah.
wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like it was nowhere near number one. Obviously the Grinch is around a lot.
Where all the
Christmas
snow is.
Four Christmases is an underrated one too. I think that movie's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gilbert,
Polar
Bad Santa is
Express.
New York.
Oh, there we go. Shout out New York.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's in
But
Nevada.
Medea's Christmas. What state is that, by the way? Is that like Wyoming?
Which one?
Medea's Christmas.
Wyoming.
Really?
Oh wow, look
Wyoming.
at that.
Or it might be.
I never would have guessed.
The Yellowstone folks.
Yeah.
Or is it Montana? Yeah, I was never good at geography.
Montana's the Santa Claus.
Oh, okay.
The Santa Claus 3, that's interesting for Oregon. So Justin Herbert's people love the Santa Claus 3.
That was a pretty good one.
Let's see what else. Rudolph, Home
Polar
Alone.
Express.
Basically, it's literally the Santa Claus, Home Alone, and
The
Elf,
Grinch.
probably, and the Grinch.
Can't believe the South likes Jingle All the Way too. Even Alabama over there, I see.
Look at right here. They have
they have Christmas Story.
Louisiana likes
Polar Express.
Polar Express.
Is Minnesota Die Hard? Is that what it is?
Minnesota
Die
is,
Hard.
No, that's South.
no. This is
it's Iowa.
This is Minnesota. Minnesota's Christmas Lampoon.
Bro, we're so terrible with
This is Iowa.
I was about to say,
No.
let's not
Iowa.
expose ourselves.
Yeah, this is Iowa.
yeah,
Die
Let's
Hard is
expose
Iowa.
ourselves.
Let's keep it moving before we embarrass
Yeah.
ourselves.
Let's
No,
not
I'm not
expose
embarrassed.
ourselves.
I'm not embarrassing myself. Iowa's Die
He
Hard.
probably has a
Yeah.
map on another tab. Don't believe him.
Yeah,
Just wanted to show you guys that. I thought that was a pretty good one. Okay, let's move on. Obviously, Secret Santa can happen no matter where. Secret Santa can happen at work. It could happen. It could be a white elephant. It could be a lot of different things. Worst Secret Santa gift you've ever gotten, Gilbert?
Yeah, I never really participated in one, maybe once, and I can't remember. So I'll tell you a story involving my family. I try to do a Secret Santa this year because we have a big family, Fernando. As you know, I am Mexican. I don't know if you knew that.
Are you?
What
My
gave it
background.
away?
I thought it was just a mustache. I thought it was
I know.
fake.
My
You're like
mustache is
Antonio.
more
I thought you were like Antonio Banderas that you could just take it off the way he does in Zorro.
with this beanie now. I feel like I look like Cheech and Chong, but or Cheech, right?
Cantinflas.
Yeah. Oh, that too. Whatever. Okay. Enough of that. Enough bashing me. But yeah, we have a big family, and I'm like, why I'm always like trying to buy gifts for everybody? That's very expensive. Why don't we just pick a person and everybody gets at least one gift? And I bring the idea. Let's try to save some money. No. That means I only get one gift. We don't get 10 whatever gifts and blah blah blah. So I said, well, forget you guys. This is why you always get Target gift cards. Don't complain. I write but I do kind of I get a card. I write a paragraph because words go a long way, and I'm a good writer. I'm gonna toot my own horn here. So I do cards, and then I do a Target gift card, and that's it. But I try to give it to the family, and they were not having it because they all want 10 gifts, whatever.
I mean, they want the Gilberto special.
¿Qué
You know,
estás haciendo, mijito, con eso?
if you really want to start chaos in a Mexican household, white elephant is the way to go. Like that like just starts chaos, especially when people start stealing gifts. People think it's personal, so it gets even funnier.
Yeah.
¿Qué traes contra mí? Yeah, so definitely,
Otra vez.
yeah. Como ching. Vic.
For me, like the first one I ever did was like in the early 2000s. It was at a friend's house. They weren't. I was a friend of someone, and they brought me in, and so they give you a piece of paper. They're like, hey, here, fill this out so people know what to get you. And I made a sports theme. I'm like, whatever it is, just give me something sports related. Next thing you know, it's Secret Santa time. I open my gift and it's a box set of Bruce Willis movies, and I'm just like, what is this? I'm like, I made it easy for you guys. Just give me something sports related. I ended up giving that box set to somebody the next day. I was so disappointed. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Why do people participate in?
How are you disappointed with a Bruce Willis DVD set? I'm sure Megan would enjoy that. Come on.
Well, this was in the early 2000s. I wasn't into movies back then. All I wanted was something sports related. So yeah, if I get it now, of course I'll be stoked about it. But
yeah, right. You shouldn't, because it's all online anyway. No one uses DVDs anymore, my guy.
It's probably like the first edition of Die Hard and just threw it away.
It's not a book. There's no first edition.
Whatever. Get out of here.
It's not a book.
The signed copy from Bruce Willis, whatever.
Dan, I don't think you've participated in Secret Santa all that much, have you?
You know what? I just thought of one as we're firing this thing up. A couple of years ago, we were in Guadalajara for Christmas. And mind you, I didn't get it. I didn't get it, but I remember one of my uncles did it, and he was pissed. So we're doing the white elephant thing, the Secret Santa, whatever. He gets this bottle of Cazadores tequila, and he's like, oh, let's freaking go. I got a free bottle. Da, 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 da. Pops it open to pour himself one. Straight water. He was so pissed.
It was a gag gift.
Yeah. He was, that white elephant. I think there were, because when we used to get together with my grandma, it was 50 of us. So 25 gifts were regular, 25 gifts were gag gifts. Yeah. So like in one of those, like my dad bought like a thong with like a flamingo flying coming out of it, and so like we bought all these like random joke gifts, because in Mexico there's not that many. Over here is where all the gag gifts are. So we bought a lot of our family members gag gifts, and like they paid us back or whatever, and we just took a whole bunch of stupid stuff. And my uncle was so pissed at the tequila.
He was over here trying to act like the CIA. He was trying to act like the CIA. A ver quién trajo esto?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick, the reason why I brought up a Secret Santa, because Caroline, my partner in crime, her family likes to do Secret Santa and a white elephant gag gift. So I wanted to take that same idea, but I think the gag
face would be hilarious if you got a gag gift,
right? But that's a good idea.
Well, thank you so much. He'd have to swallow it. Thank you so much.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. You know,
I can say this right now because by the time this airs, the holiday party is over for Caroline's family. But you guys will be proud of me for the gag gift. I got somebody Hufflepuff hat. So
how's that a gag?
Harry Potter humor.
How's that a gag gift?
Because people don't like Hufflepuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
more Gryffindor and Slytherin.
But maybe it's
Yeah.
not
I
a good gift.
guess.
I might
not
do
really
I
Don't
might
listen
do
to
your
my
tequila
brother.
one now.
I guess.
No, dude, that tequila one, that'll start fights.
Wow, I
Yeah.
guess my
Yes.
gift sucked.
Imagine if you save that tequila bottle for a couple years and then you go check it and it's water.
Yeah.
Especially, could you imagine
Holy
you get
water
something
now.
expensive like 1842 or whatever it is, the Patron or whatever?
Patron.
Patron?
Why don't we do a Compas tequila? I mean, everybody's getting into it. All these damn
No,
comedians
whiskey,
and
whiskey, whiskey.
actors and stuff. They're all
And
getting
then
the Rock
Daygo
has
love
one.
whiskey.
We'll give your own line.
Grab grab ass whiskey.
Dan and Daygo and Justin Herbert collab with a whiskey.
I die, son of Odin. The nectar of the gods would be the slogan.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
Trademark pending.
All right. I've actually never had a bad Secret Santa gift. Everybody usually knows what to get me. It's usually sports books or sports movies. So I've actually never received one that I'm like this is a pain in the ass. So I've actually been very lucky. Maybe it's because I'm so vocal that people are like,
Right.
oh, we know what to get this guy. So definitely that's a good one. All right, let's go now to this one will be fun for Gilbert. What is your favorite Christmas song? I'll start off with Vic.
Mine is what is it? Run DMC. What is it called? Now I'm like forgetting what the heck I
Christmas.
wrote here. Yeah.
Christmas and
Whispers in the
Hollis.
Hood.
Yeah, Christmas and Hollis by Run DMC. I got to give it hip hop. I don't want to take one of yours, so that's mine. I'm gonna go with that one.
Dan.
Oh, I love You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. That's my favorite.
Gilbert.
Now that I think about it, but when we're doing the rundown, I put, come on, man, I don't know what song to put. So I put Feliz Navidad.
Talk about basic.
Feliz Navidad.
Talk about basic and playing
Jose
the
Feliciano.
stereotype.
But in Spanish. But
Spanish.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Have you ever
Hey,
seen
don't
that?
quit your day job to go singing, guy.
Did you ever
Anyway.
see on Twitter, like there was a thing floating around where this guy texts a girl, do you know what this means? And it was like Feliz Navidad, but she was saying it different. She was saying it was, he sent it to somebody who was obviously not Hispanic.
Oh.
And then she was like, I don't know. Well, never mind. She just said something different. Let me see. I'll see if I can find it and I'll send it
Well,
to you. But
by the way, another good hip hop song. I remember it because I'm sure it's before that, but Friday After Next, the
Yes.
one with Snoop Dogg, Santa Claus goes straight to the ghetto.
you know, I consider Friday After Next a Christmas movie.
It
Oh,
is.
that's actually not
I mean,
I could have chosen that. That's a good
Yeah,
movie.
that's such a great movie. Cat
is.
Williams adds so much to
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie.
Yeah. We were
That
showing
was like
Looks
the
like
Matrix.
Let me check my Palm Pilot. Looks like it ain't doing shit. I was just gonna get drunk. and watch the
1082, pimp in distress, pimp down.
Man down.
Yeah.
Terry Crews is also good in that.
That
Oh,
was his
yeah.
debut.
what's his
Yeah.
name? Oh, wait, whose debut?
Or like
Terry
Breakthrough.
Crews.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, when Terry Crews is on the couch looking at Tupac and he's like all excited, I'm like, dude, what the
We were showing little Daniel those movies. We're on number 2 right now.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
next Friday.
Yeah.
He's never watched them. Mine was Holly Jolly Christmas. I don't know. I've always liked that song. So yeah, exactly. So I think that's a great song. So I definitely I love that one. All right. What?
That's okay.
Why do you have to God?
You went with the
All right.
basic one for Al. Ignore him. Ignore the Dementor up there.
What is the one?
Navidad.
What is the one Christmas gift or present you always wanted but never got, Vic?
For me, it was a Game Boy. I mean, we just like Gilbert talks about, we were pretty poor back in the 90s, and so when it came out, and so I ended up getting it later on. I ended up trading a GT bike that I got 5-finger discount.
Oh my God.
And I traded it in
Oh,
for
wow.
a Game Boy.
Nice.
And I was able to play Tetris, and I was really happy about that. But yeah, that was one gift that I always wanted that I didn't get or couldn't afford.
It's like Dwight Schrute when he says you have to level your way up in the
Yeah.
office when he
Yes.
when he has
Trade it up.
he starts with a thumbtack and he makes his
Yeah.
way up to
Yeah.
And gave it all away for those. What is those?
For the
beans?
magical
Oh,
seed.
yeah.
Yeah. Dan,
By the way,
about you?
did you skip Dan for his favorite Christmas song?
no,
no,
you
I
didn't.
didn't. I went to the
Listen,
Grinch.
you
Mr.
said
One.
the Grinch.
Oh, is this everything Grinch? Okay, whatever.
I don't know what to tell you. I
You know
love
what?
the
I was
guy.
actually-
love that whole character.
I knew you were distracted because you didn't comment on. You always comment. You two always comment on each other's
I think I was
answers.
looking up something, whatever.
So I was
There you
like,
go.
I was
Ignoring
like,
me.
distracted.
Ignoring
Dan, what's
me.
yours? Have you ever gotten a toy or?
I'm gonna go with a little positivity here, even though the stooge above me says I'm a ray of negativity. I remember one Christmas, our grandma saved up money and got us our first Charger jerseys, and I remember we were so hyped and everything else because she knew we always watched the games on Sunday with Grandpa and everything else. So she got us jerseys. She got for now awesome Kellen Winslow jersey, and which is now mine. Thank you. And she got me a Lance Allworth jersey. And mind you,
Oh.
obviously it doesn't fit me because I was a kid, but I still have those in the closet and everything else.
Oh,
so
you should give
that's
it to
always,
little Daniel.
that scumbag doesn't deserve anything. Yeah, right. Doesn't promote the program. Doesn't work for the program. Yeah, right.
Gilbert, what about you?
Yeah, I have a lot of sob stories because I grew up poor. Okay,
Didn't
Play the
watch
violin.
Disney Channel.
There,
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it because then I'm an asshole.
but I'll give you multiple real quick. I was always the kid that was behind on the consoles. You know when the
Yeah.
Nintendo 64 comes out, I'm the one barely getting the Sega Genesis from La Curaçao. That was my kind of Christmas. My mom had to save money for that, but yeah. But the ones I really remember, everybody had the nice Jordans, the nice shoes, the Nikes, and I really wanted some Jordans. And I'm over there at Payless trying on the latest Shaq shoes, the latest shoes that light up. And the funny thing is, like, now that I think about it, I will not spend that much money on shoes anymore. Like, they have to be a gift, or like I got a nice bonus for me to spend money. So it's funny how you kind of think differently. But at the time, I really wanted Jordans, and I was sorry, mother.
Well, because as a kid, that's all it is. It's just like, oh well, Susie has this. I want to get the same thing or whatever. Like it has no meaning. It has no value to it. And when you get older, you understand that. Like I buy $50 frigging tennis shoes. Other people on this program, I won't say who's spending insane amount on those that are meant for. Yeah, I won't get into it. But anyway, your boy shops at Costco. That's what I do.
It's
I don't
my
do
turn.
freaking
All
all
right.
this other stuff.
Obviously, you guys have heard me say it before.
Yes.
I always wanted a Turbo Man doll. I had to buy it myself, so definitely excited that I got a Turbo Man doll. I've always
How
wanted
much
one.
is that anyway?
El hombre de
Huh?
turbo.
How much did
is
I
that?
pay for it? Doesn't matter how much I paid for it.
Yeah.
What matters is that
He
it's here
got
in
it.
my possession.
That's right.
Are
That's all
those
that
things
matters.
really that expensive? You're making it sound like they're pretty hard to find.
It was like $200.
What?
Yeah, I had to buy it.
Bro,
I
it's
was
a
making-
collectible or whatever. You know those.
Yeah,
are
I had
on
to buy it.
sale.
Yeah, no,
All right, you gotta get it signed by Arnold one day.
dude, that's the goal though. I definitely would. If the little kid wasn't so crazy now, I would ask him too. But I heard the little kid's a batch.
You know
he's
what we
crazy.
found in Indy that he was about to spend $80 on?
What?
Oh,
We found an Urkel signed like toy or whatever.
it was an Urkel like an. It was like a Steve Urkel like huge toy.
Yeah.
It was $80. I was about to buy it because I see Jaleel all the time at Chargers. So I thought, maybe one time I'll take my backpack down and I'll just be like, hey, Jaleel. But I noticed the people that he's with probably wouldn't be too happy about it.
I think it was already signed though. I think it might have been already.
No,
signed.
I don't think it was. No, but it was signed like the fake sign.
Oh, like a stamp. I see what you mean.
But it
But it
looked
was
like
like a Woody. It had a
yeah,
string
but
on
like
it
the box
backing it
looked
with
like if
face
I
stuff.
grabbed it, it would probably fall apart.
Ooh.
So I didn't want to do it, but I really did. I honestly was close into buying it just because it would have been cool to get Jaleel White to sign it. By the way, he said hi to me on Sunday. So that was pretty cool.
Did I do that?
Exactly.